Schultz knocks it back to Nickerson, and we're underway. Skyhawks moving from left to right in the first half. Immediately, Stonehill concedes a throw-in on the far side to the Terriers. Bouncing ball won by the Skyhawks in midfield. Dumaresque tried to knock it to Montanil. On the run, Lauren Taylor. Looking to play through the midfield for Kendra Rust. Pass knocked away. Now Schultz for Stonehill. Montanil turns back to Nickerson. In the opening seconds, already obvious it'll be a little bit more of a methodical game than we had the other night against Howard. Two teams were racing down the wings back and forth in what was a fast-paced and entertaining 1-0 affair. Terriers working the ball forward with possession. It's ahead to Izzy Gillette. Gillette's cross blocked by Hannah Guidi, and a roll out for an attacking throw. Briggs gets it back in. Try to get it on the foot of Kendra Rust, who is standing just inside the penalty area. Skyhawks defend it well. Out again for a Terriers throw. Briggs goes long this time. Down the wing and into the corner. And almost kept in play by Izzy Gillette. Just bounced over her foot and out. Anna Copley, the goalkeeper for Stonehill, takes the goal kick short. Saw the Skyhawks doing that frequently the other night, trying to get play rolling quickly. Copley making her 8th appearance of the season, 7th start. Hannah Russell looking for options. She'll switch fields. Over to the far side for Sophia Modelis. And the cross headed up by Wielden. Not cleared fully by McNeil. Still work to do here for the Skyhawks as Clement gets ahead to it. It's rolled out to the far side for Schultz. Schultz just couldn't catch up to it as it trickled over the line. Ball bouncing around here as the Skyhawks finally get a touch to it. Dumaresque winning against Olivia Modelis, or Margaret Modelis rather, for the tackle. 3 Modelises on this St. Francis roster. Two of them currently on the field as the Skyhawks get a free kick. Moving surges forward for Schultz. The pass out toward Murphy. Was off the mark and cleared away by the Terriers. Taylor. Down into the near corner for Gillette. It'll roll out just short of the corner flag. So it'll be a throw-in from a tough position for the Skyhawks here. Montanil. Tried to poke it out of trouble. Ball finds Gillette, who chips it toward goal. Looked like she was trying to cross it. And in the end, it ended up right in the arms of Hannah Copley. Terriers press and win it back. Brianna Van Giesen. Cross headed away by Nickerson. Falls back to Van Giesen on the far side. Now Sophia Modelis. Surges a pass right at Hannah Wielden. Wielden gets it away to the midfield. There it's controlled by Hannah Russell. Rust. Cross toward Gillette. And a last-second clearance by Guidi heads it out for a corner. The Skyhawks going to get off the hook here. It was an offside against Gillette. Both teams confused initially at whose possession it would be. Skyhawks, though, with the free kick. Out of the back, launched upfield by Wielden. Abby Murphy, a nice smart touch to find Schultz behind her. And Murphy lets it run out for a throw. Throw bounces past Schultz. Knocked all the way back to Wielden. She couldn't get a clean touch on it. And a good cutback by Margaret Modelise in the midfield. Picks out Sophia Modelise, whose first touch failed her. Barbara Zagonii. Looked to find Lauren Taylor right behind her, and Taylor had it picked away from her. Abby Murphy. Had Schultz in front of her, overshot her on the pass. Now Taylor out wide for Briggs. Looking up the wing, had Gillette down the sideline. Guidi in front of her, cleared it away. Rust. Lost out in a challenge with Montanil. Out again for a Terriers throw. Briggs gets it in down the line. Gillette lets it bounce past her. And a foot race down in the corner between Gillette and Guidi, won by the latter. Out for a Terriers throw. Briggs, we've seen her take a long throw twice already early in this first half. Her throw comes into the box. Good footwork from Zagonii. Couldn't find a target. And a looping ball forward by Lauren Taylor. Wide of the cage and out for a goal kick. Copley had it covered. Off the goal kick. Intercepted again by the Terriers. Zagonii. Looking to find Sophia Modelise making the run into the middle. Zagonii's ball was well too far. Another short goal kick for the Skyhawks, who are hemmed in at the moment. High press being employed by St. Francis. Murphy. Back for Guidi. Not a lot of room along that sideline. It's played out by Guidi. Briggs into Rust. Now in the middle, Zagonii. Taylor back to Zagonii. Had options forward. Knocks it back now to Van Giesen. Van Giesen tried to play it up the wing for Sophia Modelise. Ball rolls out. Skyhawks a little too careless in possession early. So loose ball rolls right to Copley. She'll scoop it up. Upfield by Copley, headed back by Carly Schultz, and Abby Murphy with a great show of speed here. Gets around a defender, fires a shot from distance, and getting a piece of it just enough to stop it was the goaltender, Cleo Keshwar. Keshwar with a fingertip stop on Murphy, who easily found her way around the defender. You got a replay of that. Great shot as Murphy rounded the defender. Fired a one-time shot. Almost caught Keshwar off guard as she didn't expect it so early. Keshwar playing in her 12th game. A .725 save percentage, 1.73 goals against average for a Terriers team that has struggled defensively at times. Skyhawks are trying to make a substitution. They'll have to wait for their own throw-in. It's Grace Queso waiting to come on for Stonehill. She'll replace Emma Montanil. Slade up for Schultz. Goes back to Slade. Schultz tripped up by Gillette, and that'll be a free kick for Stonehill. Skyhawks get a few numbers forward. Nickerson's free kick headed away by Briggs. Skyhawks still battling for the second ball. Dumaresk knocked down as she tried to shrug off a defender. Now Izzy Gillette going to give chase. Not quick enough, though. That ball was too far ahead of her. Hit too strong. And that'll give the Skyhawks a chance to make their first substitution. The senior Emma Montanil making way as Grace Queso enters the match for the first time. Briggs to Zagonii. Back to the center back, Thompson Cotterill. Under pressure immediately, and Lauren Clement knocked it away, but good awareness from Keshwar to come off her line and sweep that ball out of trouble. Nickerson, sliding challenge, caught Gillette. And that'll be a free kick as well. Gillette asking for a card here. In the 13th minute, it'll be a free kick for St. Francis. Foul on Nickerson, the center back, who came sliding in to knock the ball away from Gillette. Gillette whips in the free kick in front. Schultz got ahead to it. Attack perhaps still on, but Margaret Modelis couldn't keep it in down the line. Skyhawks may be playing with fire here as Guidi again has trouble clearing it. Came off of Modelis's foot and out for a goal kick. Copley takes it very quickly. McNeil. Ball came out on the far side for a throw. There was confusion as well as to whether Nickerson was given a yellow card on that play, but the referee holding a bright yellow whistle and not a card for a booking. Wielden now for Stonehill, trying to pick out Schultz, who was threatening the Terriers' defense. Now Modelis for Gillette, along for Briggs. Cross comes in behind, it bounces off of Wielden. Now Bella McNeil gets it away. Lauren Taylor. Played off of Dumaresk up into the air and headed back. Taylor eventually gets it. Now Zagonii. Looking toward Gillette at the back post. Guidi got a piece of it. Still work to be done here defensively for Stonehill, and Nickerson scrapes it away to the far side where Lauren Clement picks it up. Schultz in the middle for Queso. Has Murphy on the far side. Queso tries to poke it through the middle instead, with Clement making a run. Murphy. Now to Clement. That Pass off the mark, goes out for Terriers throw. McNeil gets ahead to it though. Both teams a little bit of trouble possessing here in the opening 15 minutes. Terriers have been surging forward most of the contest, but the Skyhawks with one grade A opportunity that required an excellent save from Keshwar on the other end. Guidi tried to clear it out. It was right at the foot of Margaret Modelis, though. Gillette has it. Cross comes through the middle. Wielden almost played that right off of Sophia Modelis. Was able to get it away. Guidi finds Schultz, who came back to get the ball off the throw-in. That was a Goniai. Back to Taylor. Up the middle. Ball finds Rust. Emma Slade, good work defensively, the midfielder for Stonehill, prying that ball free. Clement back to McNeil. The pressure from the Terriers aggressive as Sophia Modelis went right after McNeil. That ball ended up caroming off her and out. Here's Nickerson now for Stonehill. Ahead to Abby Murphy. Slade loops the ball toward the sideline. Murphy was shrugged off by Briggs. The Terriers keep attacking here. The game has been mostly concentrated in this area of the field here, where the teams are currently playing. Nickerson heads that throw away. Briggs having trouble getting it in. On the line for Gillette. And touched away by Guidi again, attacking throw. Played in quickly. Modelis couldn't get it away from her opposite number 3, Nickerson. Briggs this time will come over. Throw to the edge of the area. Modelis back out to Gillette. Low cross from Gillette. Ooh. Well, Slade came sliding across to block the low ball. Almost played it into her own net. Said it's out for St. Francis corner. Gillette to deliver the outswinger. Right at Copley, who gets knocked down. That'll be a foul against the Terriers. They're coming together there between Copley and Kendra Rust. Skyhawks try to restart play immediately. I'll have to wait for the signal. Now good to go as Copley plays it over to Wielden. Now McNeil. Immediate pressure here from St. Francis. The Terriers win it back. Zagoni into the middle now for Rust. Down the line had Sophia Modelis over toward the far corner. The pass came in behind her, and it'll go out for a throw. McNeil tried to pick out Dumaresque. Ball was knocked back, and the Skyhawks have to deal with it here. Slade gets it back. Hold forward toward Dumaresque. Now the Terriers win it back again. Russell through the middle, looking for Modelis. Skyhawks get it back. Clement looking for Abby Murphy. Briggs got ahead to it. Now Murphy giving Briggs a hard time here. Murphy blocking that ball forward. It's out for a Terriers throw. The throw from Briggs never made it in play. Briggs will get a chance to do it again. Down the line, Guidi knocks it away. The ball finds Abby Murphy's foot, but Murphy pushed off the ball by Rust. Queso blocks a ball forward. Now heads it across midfield to Slade. Slade into space. Clement was down there, giving chase hard, and it forced Van Giesen on the far side to play it out. Moresk back to Slade. McNeil on Slade. Terriers got it back, and then it's given right away. McNeil down the line towards Slade. Slade jumps away from the clearance by Tristan Thompson-Cotterell. Skyhawks finally with a chance, and they're attacking third. Clement looking across the box for Murphy. Briggs, good work defensively, clears it away for the Terriers. Nickerson on the near sideline, going one-on-one against Gillette, who has caused problems for Stonehill. Nickerson had no choice but to play it out for a throw-in. Here is Gillette. Cross into the middle of the box. McNeil gets ahead to it first. Now Slade tries to send it upfield. It's blocked back by Zagonii. And then out off Briggs along the near side. Murphy. Back to Nickerson. Now ranges it forward. Headed away by Thompson-Cotterell. The second ball won by the Skyhawks. It's Queso. Now Dumaresque. Ball forward to switch play toward Clement. Clement streaking back toward the middle. Knocked back to Dumaresque. Slade. Not many options. Plays it back instead to Nickerson now. Nickerson ahead for Murphy. Pass off the mark. Terriers clear it. Ball rolling down the sideline. It's going to stay in play. Nickerson waited too long there and had to play it out. Skyhawks get it back. Dumaresque tries to head it away from Lauren Taylor, who came up to challenge. Skyhawks get a throw. It's given away immediately to St. Francis, but nothing doing there for the Terriers. Ball played all the way downfield and out. It's been a match that's yet to find any flow to it, as both teams continue to play concentrated mostly in the midfield. Down the sideline. Kept in by Schultz, rather acrobatically. Now Rust. As the ball deflected back to her defender, Russell. Now Taylor. Back to Russell. Russell looking for options. It's ahead to Modelis. Looped over the top. Nickerson gets ahead to it. And Slade sends it over to the far side. Sophia Modelis. Ball taken right off her foot by Clement. Now Clement gets it back. Had to play forward toward Queso. Ball bounced away from her, and it was sent the other way by Russell. Skyhawks work and get it back. Dumaresque switches the point of the attack. Murphy trying to play through Briggs. Briggs holds her off. Plays it ahead to Gillette now. To Rust. Gillette was trying to get Rust to overlap. Now Gillette will overlap. Cross comes in. Cleared by Wielden. Right to Rust. She'll try a shot from distance and drives that one high and wide. Well, that'll give the Terriers an opportunity to make their first change. Maya Majercic, the senior forward from Ontario, Canada. Clement for the Skyhawks. Off a foot and out on the far side. And now the Skyhawks starting to filter in some substitutes. As Hannah Anselmo, the freshman forward, who provided quite the spark the other night, makes her way onto the field. Skyhawks are trying to get Yara Fawaz out there as well. Stonehill playing quickly, able to get it downfield for a throw here. Now they'll filter on Fawaz, who will replace the senior Hannah Guidi. The Skyhawks get some of their regulars out there. Anselmo fired a team-high 3 shots the other night in a victory over Howard. And the Skyhawks opting to let Hannah Wielden take a long throw here toward the top of the box. Schultz rises for it. Ball bounces over to Queso. Now Slade has it. Slade shoots from distance, and it's wide. Now the Terriers with another change. Isabella Radavini, another Canadian, onto the field. As both Margaret and Sophia Motley's withdrawn. Nickerson. Knocked forward but right to Lauren Taylor. Taylor dogged by Queso. Has it played off of Queso and out. Fawaz. Up ahead to Dumaresque. Looking to touch it on for Anselmo, but too strong a pass. Skyhawks do well to win it back. Anselmo lost her footing, lost possession. Skyhawks, though, win it back. Schultz then tripped up by Rust. It'll be a free kick for Stonehill. We've ticked past 28 minutes here at Skyhawk Field, still scoreless between Stonehill and St. Francis of Brooklyn. Slade tried to push it forward to Queso. Taylor intercepts. Now Zagoniai. Tried to pick out Radavini down the wing. She'll have to hustle to keep this in play, and Radavini just a couple steps too slow to the ball. And she was galloping at full speed down the right wing. Now another change for the Terriers. Jamie Lynn Shimamoto replaces Kendra Rust. The 30th minute of action, the Skyhawks trying to get it in on the far side. Taylor headed right down to Clement. Now Schultz wins it back for Stonehill. Schultz gets the ball into open space. Over to Slade. Heeds the call for man on. Skyhawks lose it along the sideline, though. Clement couldn't pry it away from Radavini. Zagoniai. Down the sideline for Radavini. Wheeled in there first. It's off of Radavini and out for a Stonehill throw-in. Skyhawks haven't really been able to get too far forward today. You wonder how much longer St. Francis can sustain this pressure. Haven't seen St. Francis drop back at all. The Terriers play it out on the far side for a throw-in. That was Majercic. McNeil now up the sideline and out. Zagonii off the throw. Plays a nice ball in. Copley comes sliding out of her area to get it. Right to the edge of the 6-yard box. Good work from the Terriers in midfield, wins it back. Now Queso for Stonehill. Tried to play it away from Zagonii, who intercepted the pass. Out to Radavini now. Up to Van Giesen on the overlapping run. Her cross toward the middle of the area, headed away by Slade. Up ahead now Schultz along the sideline. Schultz kept it in, or so she thought, but it does go out of play. We'll take a look at that last chance. And what a ball it was indeed from Zagonii. She had the runner, but Copley, well aware, comes off her line and slides out to cover. Free kick here, meanwhile, for St. Francis. A lot of options at the top of the area. That cross headed away. Skyhawks still have to deal with it here as a looping shot goes over the bar by Briggs, I believe that was. Copley's goal kick right to Anselmo. Anselmo shouldered off by Briggs, but the ball rolled out of play. Skyhawks get it back off the throw. Anselmo. Anselmo walking through pressure. Played out towards Schultz. And now the play will get called back for the earlier foul. Credit to the official for trying to let play continue there on the advantage, but Anselmo just couldn't fight through everyone. She fought through two, couldn't get past the third. Wielden launches a long ball forward, scrapes past the head of Schultz. Now Schultz gets it. Schultz trying to turn. Keeps it away for now. Out to Dumaresque. Bounces a shot right at Keshwar. Now we're slowly seeing the Skyhawks start to get a little bit of attacking momentum forward. We take a look at the shot again. Good pass there on the one touch from Queso. Now the Skyhawks with work to do defensively. Majercic in behind the defense. Fawaz comes back. Knocks it away from her. It's out for a throw-in. Right next to the corner flag. Briggs plays it in low. Fawaz knocked it away. Then Briggs comes in and tosses Anselmo aside. Anselmo retaliates and is called for a foul there. A tough place to concede a foul if you're Stonehill. Free kick in a dangerous position. Gillette takes it quickly and launches that one well out of play. Gillette might have been better served to hold and let her troops get set up. Here's Fawaz for Stonehill. Out to Schultz. Schultz surveying. Touches it on to Anselmo. Anselmo was surrounded by 3 Terriers. It was a difficult ask. Shimamoto misses on the touch. Galette tried to knock it into Majercic's pass. Skyhawks able to clear. It's back to Russell. Skyhawks trying to apply some pressure here. Queso keeps it away from Briggs. Briggs gets it into Shimamoto. It's back to Briggs. Up the sideline, had Galette waiting. That pass played out over the line. Sends a little bit of frustration for the Skyhawks, particularly from Anselmo. Skyhawks flexing their muscles physically. Skyhawks are looking to be a little bit more technical with the play. Galette giving chase. Nickerson there first, though. Finds Schultz. A nice first touch from Schultz. Now Schultz walks away from Russell. Schultz in space. There's a good ball forward for Dumaresque. Dumaresque tries a shot from distance, and again right at Keshwar, but the Skyhawks continuing to mount more opportunities offensively. The latest opportunity for Stonehill. There's a great ball out from Schultz to Dumaresque. Another shot from distance that was right at the keeper. Schultz has it again. Back to Nickerson. Center back with a surging run through midfield. She's tripped up by Majercic. And that'll give the Skyhawks a free kick. Both teams getting set to make a few changes. Wielden sends the free kick toward the top of the box. Schultz knocks it down. Back to McNeil. Up into the air. Keshwar calling off her defenders and rises to gather in the loose ball. Quick distribution from Keshwar out to Briggs on the near sideline. Briggs charging forward. Briggs has it. Tried to pick out Galette. That pass blocked away by Nickerson. And Briggs plays it out. That'll bring the subs on. For Stonehill, it's the talented freshman Olivia Sharkansky entering the game. 3 goals in 13 games, now her 14th appearance of the season for Sharkansky. It was Samantha Kipperman and Ormi Sivapatham both entering the game. For St. Francis, a couple of attacking options as they try to get some of the momentum here late in this first half. Skyhawks have stood up to the task defensively so far. Starting to earn more attacking chances the other way. Terriers began the game with a highly defensive lineup. 5 at the back. Now changed to a back 4. We've seen number 9, Lauren Taylor, who was listed as a forward on the roster, dropping back regularly into that slot between the 2 center backs. Clement back to Queso. Finds Clement looking to touch it along for McNeil. McNeil caught upfield here perhaps. The Skyhawks were pushing forward, but they'll benefit from an errant pass by the Terriers. Out for a Stonehill throw, and it's quickly back in play by the Skyhawks. Wielden trying to switch the point of the attack for Sharkansky on the near side. Now Sivapatham. Got around Fawaz, couldn't get around Sharkansky, who came back to help out defensively. Now Slade, guilty of a foul. She did not like the call as Shimamoto was felled. Kipperman steps forward to take the free kick. Curled in toward the box. Nickerson rises to get ahead to it first. Now Sharkansky racing toward the sideline, couldn't keep it in play. Kipperman picks it up. Played in towards Zagonii, who's whistled for a foul, as she threw in an elbow in a challenge against Nickerson. Nickerson forward with it. Anselmo heads it along, but out of play. Here's Slade with it. Off Zagonii and out. Both teams a little bit frustrated. Hasn't been too much sustained possession for either side today. Skyhawks win it back, though. Queso, far side Dumaresque. Has McNeil charging forward. McNeil, though, caught ahead of the line. Van Giesen intercepts. It's downfield toward Majercic. But a good clearance away by Wielden prevents that attack from materializing. Terriers get it back, though. Radavini into the middle toward Majercic. Couldn't get ahead to it. Now Siva Potham. Not a clean touch. And Hannah Copley dives on the loose ball. That ball did just trickle over the line. It'll be a corner, though, for the Terriers. The replay again. A missed header than Siva Potham. Just couldn't control that ball enough to fire in a shot. Was bouncing, and it came on her very quickly. Corner played in. Copley rises up, and she's fouled again. Copley not happy as well, as she feels she was targeted there in the corner. Skyhawks have it now. Nickerson to Sharkansky up the near sideline. Sharkansky had options forward, not many though. She couldn't find anyone. Skyhawks, though, get it back. Slade off the deflection to Sharkansky. Tried to touch it on to Queso. Shimamoto comes over and knocks it out for a Stonehill throw, and now we got a couple of balls on the field. We're going to have to pause play briefly. Slade kept it away from Majercic successfully, but couldn't keep it in play. Kipperman gets it in. Off the foot of Shimamoto. And out for a Stonehill throw this time. Anselmo has it. Anselmo away from trouble. Still Anselmo, but good work defensively as the last player back, Russell, got a touch to it to keep Anselmo from sneaking in behind. Ball all the way back with Hannah Copley. A high arching punt forward. And eventually bouncing out on the far side. Skyhawks have done well to keep St. Francis from getting into danger areas. The final minute of this first half.
1 minute left in the half.
Fawaz. As it slid away from her by Siva Potham. Fawaz gets it in quickly. Sticks a foot out. As Anselmo tried to knock it down. Here's Dumaresque to Anselmo. Her pass knocked down by Russell. Anselmo gets it back, though. Shimamoto now. Knocked it away, but Anselmo finds the ball again. What a chip forward here to Queso. Queso gets ahead to it. Cuts it back towards Sharkansky, and it's cleared away by Russell. Final 10 seconds of the half. Shimamoto Reins it in. It's off of Sharkansky and out, and that's how the first half will come to a close. Not too much to discuss in that first half. A scoreless affair between Stonehill and St. Francis. Game still hanging very much in the balance. Neither team has really shown an edge as the second half begins. In a game that could go either way. Wielden gets ahead to it as the second half starts in much of the same way the first half ended. A lot of headed away clearances by the Skyhawks and a lot of throw-ins along this near side for St. Francis. Wielden, the last player back for Stonehill. Had Nickerson in support, but instead played it out for a throw. Radavini. It's the ball back in play. Megan Lord fouled hard from behind by Taylor. I'll give the Skyhawks a free kick out of the back. Wielden downfield. Looking for Dumaresque. Had her momentarily, but Kipperman stepped in to win back possession for St. Francis. Then good work from Dumaresque. Kipperman ran out of room along the sideline and dribbled out. Queso with it. Ahead to Anselmo. The flag is going to go up immediately on the far side for offside. Right idea there for Stonehill. They quickly switched it into space for Anselmo, but she was just a step ahead of the back line. St. Francis, as we mentioned, started with 5 defenders. Has kept a high line throughout. Clement almost with possession and a chance to get around Thompson Cotterell. Now the Terriers work it back the other way. Fawaz calling off everyone else. It's cleared away and then picked up on the run by Margaret Mondelise. Mondelise into the middle. Leaves it for Rust. Touched into the box and cleared by Nickerson. Lord takes down the defender there. That's Van Giesen, just now getting back to her feet. Two are running full speed at each other for the ball. Van Giesen won the foot race and the free kick. Van Giesen was wandering in space as an option for a short free kick. Said it went into the box on the bouncing ball. Shot wide by Taylor. Copley's goal kick headed away by Radavini. Toward the top of the D. And then away. Anselmo, full speed. Keeps it in along the line. Now Anselmo slides the ball in for Clement. And a last gasp clearance by Thompson Cotterell gives the Skyhawks their first corner of the game. See the replay there. Well done by Anselmo to keep it in play along the sideline, and a good ball, but an even better clearance from Thompson Cotterell. Slade plays in the corner. It glances off of Wielden. It's loose in front. Wielden shoots and scores! The Skyhawks have the lead in the 49th minute. Hannah Wielden, the center back, all the way forward, boots it in. And Stonehill finally finds the breakthrough. Wielden's first of the season. As we take a look at the replay, the ball glanced off of Queso first and found its way back into the middle for Wielden. She wrapped her foot around the shot. Keshwar got a piece of it.
Keep it going now. Let's go.
but not enough to keep it out. In the 49th minute, the Skyhawks again lead 1-0. Second straight game they have scored first here at home. Now Stonehill with a bit of confidence as they immediately win back possession off the restart. Fawaz loses her footing and loses the ball. It finds Rust now. Terriers trailing 1-0. Rust driving. It's Queso there to take it away for Stonehill, and then Wheeldon plays it forward to Dumaresque, who's onside. Dumaresque almost got away from Kipperman. A good sliding challenge. And prevented Dumaresque from sneaking in behind. Now Lord plays it in toward Dumaresque. That's cleared out over the far side by Hannah Russell. Home crowd celebrating the goal for Hannah Wheeldon, the first of the season for her. Skyhawks with numbers forward. And now St. Francis in possession, trying to jumpstart a counter. The ball too far for Radavini to catch up. Anselmo tried to backheel it past Van Giesen. It's taken away, but then intercepted by Wheeldon. Here's Lord now. Lord chips it forward. Dumaresque is in behind here. Dumaresque tries to square it in front. Had Clement making a run. Clement's going to keep this alive, though. It's back to Anselmo. Anselmo looking for options. It's over toward Dumaresque. The flag had gone up on the far side, but the pass high above Dumaresque's head and out for a goal kick.
And she was cheering for 15
52nd minute of this contest. The Skyhawks have pulled in front, 1-0, thanks to a 49th minute goal by Hannah Wheeldon off a corner. Skyhawks might have to be careful here. Radavini finally in behind. McNeil disrupts her briefly. Now in the middle, it's Rust. Rust tried to turn, plays it back to Taylor instead. Taylor thought about a shot from distance, now plays it over to the far side, comes sliding in to try and keep possession. Skyhawks able to rescue it. It's played off of Kipperman on the far side and out. Ball went out over on the far side. That'll give the Terriers a throw. Zagonii back to Kipperman. Dumaresque putting on the pressure, forcing Kipperman to keep running back. And eventually the ball headed away by Slade. Fawaz defending against Rust. Wins back possession. Nickerson over the top. Ball right toward Clement. Clement does well to win it. As Dumaresque in support, also as Lord. Clement was trying to bomb it forward to the far or to the near side for Anselmo. Now Clement has it back. Attack on here for the Skyhawks. Clement was trying to navigate herself around Russell, who got herself between Clement and the ball and cleared it away. Fawaz quickly back into Clement. Turnaround effort. Caught between a cross and a shot. It went off the side of the net and out. Good ball forward from Van Giesen, but it was right in between Rust and Radavini. Now Radavini. Immediately has the ball knocked away from her by McNeil. Lord up ahead to Clement. Good touch to the outside. Clement trying to get a beat around Thompson Cotterell and does. Now Clement taken down from behind in the box. Going to be an interesting decision. The ref saying all ball and play on. A difficult call. Stonehill coach Alex Wilson does not agree with it. Will take another look at it. Clement got around Thompson Cotterell. Saying it's all ball. Thompson Cotterell did get a foot in there to touch the ball away. Bang, bang play. Now Zagonii. To Radavini. McNeil steps in and wins it away. Anselmo has it. Touches away from Radavini, then off Radavini and out. Anselmo, though, alert. Gets it back in quickly to McNeil. McNeil pulled up as Thompson Cotterell came over and thumped it out of play. McNeil right to the foot of Anselmo. Anselmo bounces away from pressure. Out to Fawaz. Ball deflects back now to Slade. Dumaresque. Touch pass to Fawaz. Looking for Dumaresque. And it's ushered out of play by Russell, who came over to shield that ball away from Dumaresque. Keshwar. A long goal kick to the opposite side of the field. First touched on by Nickerson for Stonehill, but had a play on the far side. Now Fawaz. Skyhawks defending well. Thompson Cotterell rises to get ahead on the long ball forward by Wielden. And Megan Lord steps in and wins back possession. Dumaresque tried to play it right back to Lord. Knocks it instead back to Fawaz now. Dumaresque turns. She'll switch the point of the attack as Wielden moves to the near side. McNeil just ahead of midfield to Anselmo. Great combination play. Now looking for Queso in behind. Thompson Cotterell running out of options and running out of time. Plays it out for an attacking throw. Stonehill takes it quickly. Queso touched it wide. Thompson Cotterell right to McNeil now. McNeil looking for space to cross. It's right toward the post where Keshwar catches. Keshwar calling everyone forward. It's a high punt off of Margaret Modelise, right to Queso. And Zagonii steps in and wins it back for the Terriers. Rust. Good cross over Fawaz. It finds Gillette. Gillette, oh, that was closer than most thought at first glance. Looked like Gillette at first was crossing. Instead, that was almost a shot right on target, but just over the bar. Now the Skyhawks with some possession. McNeil toward Clement. Pass bounces away from her. Downfield, McNeil off the chest. Anselmo, an inventive little flick trying to get it over Van Giesen. Sent back the other way now by the Terriers. Queso settles it. Clement gets around Thompson Cotterell. Kipperman A last gasp clearance as Clement was getting it ready for a shot. Skyhawks, though, with a corner. Scored on their first corner. Let's see the replay of that one as, again, Clement causing problems in behind. Kipperman well aware of the situation. Slade's cross. Keshwar comes out to punch it clear. Dumares gets there first. Tries to get away from Zagonii. It's off Zagonii and out. Fawaz. Back to Lord. Kept in narrowly along the line. And pushed back toward the Stonehill defense by Zagonii. Nickerson. Played right at Thompson Cotterill. Skyhawks knocking on the door again. It's given away. Rust toward Van Giesen, the fullback who was well forward. Skyhawks control. It's Anselmo. Touched on for Queso. Back to Anselmo. Short passing here from Stonehill. That's an adjustment we've seen in the second half. Now Mondelise to Zagonii. Terriers back with it. Radavini, near side. Skips away from McNeil. The ball's not going to stay in play. But they are going to whistle for a foul. McNeil impeding Radavini down the line. A little bit of a soft call, but the right one. Free kick in a tough position here. Mondelise, a line drive toward the top of the box. Pushed clear by Queso. Kipperman has it back for St. Francis. Tries to get around Lord. Fawaz also in there defending. She clears it out over the far sideline. Zagonii now. Looking to turn just inside the box. Nickerson and Slade both on the scene. Another throw in for the Terriers. Zagonii goes down. Slade picks up the loose ball. It's played up the sideline. As Clement was the intended target there. Clement, though, guilty of the foul. Sending Russell to the ground. Russell over the top. On the free kick, it was headed away by Lord. Second ball, though, won by the Terriers. Here's Zagonii. Chip to the top of the D. Anselmo back, defending. Picks up the ball and clears it out to midfield. Attacks coming in waves here from St. Francis, but Thompson Cotterill trying to play in Van Giesen down the sideline. Passed it too strong. Queso in the middle for Lord. Zagonii stepped in. Wins it back for St. Francis, and now the Terriers can't control. We've played 63 minutes here at Skyhawk Field. It's a 1-0 lead for Stonehill. Anna Wielden's first of the season, first of her career. Gets the Skyhawks ahead. Now Clement played in behind. Dumaresk was making a run. Just too far forward there from Clement, a bit over-ambitious. Ball out to midfield. Knocked down by the head of Lord. Van Giesen. Moving toward McNeil. Knocked away. Now Mondelise played forward toward Radavini. Bounces past her and will roll right to Copley. St. Francis getting set to make 4 changes. players who saw action in the first half. Terriers tinkering here with the formation. Bouncing ball in the midfield, won by Dumaresk. Slade. Over to Queso. Had Anselmo ahead of her, went back to McNeil instead. Now Lord in the midfield. Lord looking to turn. She was fouled. The ref, rather than letting advantage play, calls play back. It'll be a free kick for Stonehill.
Come on, 1-5, find somebody.
Wheeled toward the top of the box. Bounced past everyone and right to Keshwar, who comes scrambling over to scoop it. Subs for St. Francis: Briggs, Shimamoto, Sivapatham, and Sophia Modelis. All getting set to check in. Meanwhile, Kipperman has it. Far side now for the Terriers. Up the sideline, but out of play. And the Skyhawks will get a throw in. They're actually going to give Stonehill an offside free kick. Looked like that ball had gone out of play, but the flag was up. And the Skyhawks battling in the midfield. Lord tried to touch it forward. Margaret Modelis got a foot in there first. Now Nickerson tries to control it. Anselmo first to the loose ball. Plays it back to Wielden. Down toward the near sideline. Clement and McNeil both in the area, but Thompson Cotterell rising above both of them. Heads it out over the near sideline. Selmo has it. Knocked away by Radavini. Now into Lord. Moves it along for Anselmo. Anselmo thought about moving to the outside. Instead kept it. Sliced a couple times and passed it right to the defender, Cotterell. McNeil back to Anselmo. Radavini steps over her from behind. Skyhawks will get a throw. Clement had it deflect off of her and out. Now St. Francis able to make those changes. Rust, Thompson, Cotterell, Margaret Modelis, and Radavini all making way. Neal here for Stonehill. Had to bounce a throw past Briggs. Clement dogging Van Giesen. And eventually it's Russell who knocked it away to midfield. Lord gets ahead to it. Queso back to Lord. Skyhawks finally control it. Queso steps inside. Clement almost got there. But Briggs able to get it away. Now Shimamoto to Sivapatham. Wielden steps in and sends it back the other way. Skyhawks with it. Anselmo to the far side of the field. Fawaz gets to it first. Now Dumaresk touches it down the line. And Russell the first one there in red to clear it away. Dumaresk try to get it into the middle. Now Lord steps in to win it back right inside the box. Queso looking to shoot. Had it knocked away from her by Taylor. All the way downfield to Copley. Nickerson. Stonehill coach Alex Wilson wants a decorated goalkeeper for this program. Giving some instruction to Copley there as she put Nickerson in a difficult situation. Van Giesen to Shimamoto. Now long for Van Giesen. Cross toward the area. Nickerson gets ahead to it. And then Wielden snaps it clear. Here's Anselmo. Ahead for Clement. Skyhawks were looking to counter. Clement didn't have anyone in support. Now Clement battling hard with Russell is called for a foul. Clement, the senior, making her 16th start of the campaign. It matches a career high set last year. We get a foul against Wielden there. She stuck out her arms and shoved off Shimamoto in a battle for that ball. It's an operable position here for St. Francis. Once again, not a card there as the official with a bright yellow whistle. Gillette fires it right at the wall. Now Gillette gets it back. Played in front toward Copley. The flag's going to go up. It was about as obvious an offsides as you could imagine. Sophia Modelise well ahead of the line. The Skyhawks survive that set piece. Replay here is free kick fired into the wall, then Gillette. Quick thinking played it right back in, but Copley was there and the play ruled dead for offsides. Off the throw, St. Francis turn it back over. Terriers going for it here. They force Stonehill into a turnover over the near sideline. Queso runs right into Zagonii. And it's out off the Hungarian. Zagonii, a transfer from Oklahoma State. The St. Francis team made up of several transfer players across the Division I level. Offside flag is up on the far side, so this play will be ruled dead as Clement was well in behind. It was close, but just mistimed the run. So we take a look at it. Oh, that was close. It looked like Clement might have actually timed that right. Could have been just a half step offside. Shimamoto skips away from Wielden. Good recovery from McNeil. Shimamoto goes back to Zagonii. With the outside of the foot, Zagonii looking for Sophia Modelise. He made a run past Nickerson, and Copley was there to slide on the loose ball. Copley taking her time with it here. Now boots it downfield. Bounces away from Dumaresque. Kipperman there, picks up the ball. Back to Russell. Played into the midfield right at Emma Slade. Russell having to do all the work defensively right now for St. Francis. She gets it away from Dumaresque. Back into Dumaresque. She's looking for options. We'll go back to Wielden now. Looking down the middle. Had Clement, but Briggs rose above her to head it away. Skyhawks trying to get it back into an attacking position. The Terriers clear it downfield. Copley all the way out of the box. Sends it high downfield. Bounces in between everyone there who was waiting for it. A big jersey tug in front of us. Zagonii ripping at the jersey of Grace Queso. Ball over the top, Siva Potham. Couldn't get there in time. Wielden looped it clear. And McNeil tried to keep it in. It was always going to be difficult. Now another change. As Thompson Cotterill enters the game again. She replaces Lauren Taylor. Interesting here is Thompson Cotterill, before being subbed out the first time, had mainly been playing center back, really staying at home back there as well. Now they've put her almost a defensive midfield role. Perhaps looking to use her height on the attack, as now Stonehill with a goal kick. Copley sets down the ball. Wielden takes the goal kick. And it's Thompson Cotterill getting ahead to it. Dumaresque back to Fawaz. Out to the sideline. Fawaz along for Clement. Clement keeps it in play. And then it's off of Russell. Out on the far side for a throw. Into the box, Dumaresque. Back to goal, had it kicked away from her. Now Shimamoto. Gets it back from Kipperman. It's down the line for Gillette, but Wielden there first. Clears it away. Gillette defended by Fawaz. Tried to turn with it, but couldn't. Now Lord out over the far sideline. Seems like anywhere will do here for the Skyhawks as they just try to see this out. Still a long way to go. Under 13 minutes to play. That 1-0 lead for Stonehill, courtesy of Hannah Wielden's first career goal. Now substitutes for both sides. The senior Abby Murphy replaces Hannah Anselmo. It's a tough day for Anselmo. The freshman just wasn't able to compete physically down the wing. Also saw Rustin Taylor enter the game again for St. Francis. St. Francis trying to up the urgency. Kipperman cross towards Siva Potham. McNeil did just enough to disrupt that header. Siva Potham now to Rust. Back to Thompson Cotterill. Good ball movement here on the near side. Van Giesen's cross. Booted away by Nickerson. It goes back to Van Giesen. Skyhawks desperately trying to get it away. Nickerson glances off her head and behind. Kept in by St. Francis. But then Gillette right at Copley as she tried to cross it in front for Sophia Modelise. The home crowd showing their appreciation for the senior goalkeeper. Copley almost caught terribly out of position, but she was able to recover well and stuck the hands up and just plucked that cross right out of the air. Lord moves it along for Dumaresque. Cut back. Now poked forward toward Clement. Clement goes back to Slade. A sliding challenge from Kipperman. Got it away from Slade and out to midfield now to Nickerson. Up ahead to Dumaresque. Touches it wide. Clement. Good run. Tries to cross toward Murphy. It was headed away by Briggs. Now Clement running back toward the middle. Almost got it free inside the box. We're going to foul in midfield as Fawaz knocked down Gillette. Labby Murphy, the senior, started this game, making her 31st career appearance, just the second start of her career as well. Queso off of Thompson Cotterill. Now Lord battling for her. That's a big challenge there, no call. Play on, says the official. Sophia Modelise into the middle for Thompson Cotterill. It was knocked away by Queso. Picked up by Queso, who got shouldered off by Thompson Cotterill. Rust now. Good through ball, knocked down by Nickerson. At full extension there, Nickerson just getting a piece of it to prevent that through ball from finding Sophia Modelise. Clement plays it out on the near side, and that'll allow St. Francis to make another change. Zagonii back in. She'll take Gillette off. As we see again the heroic effort from Nickerson to knock down that pass forward. The Skyhawks will get it back here. Under 9 minutes to play here at Skyhawk Field. It's a 1-0 lead. Anna Wielden holding the ball here, has the goal. Now gets it back in play. Thompson Cotterill gets ahead to it first, though. It's ahead to Taylor. Back toward Rust. Headed along the sideline to Van Giesen. And it's played high into the air. Zagonii stepped in, as did Lord. The ball fell to Queso, who sent it downfield. Russell there first. Off of Dumaresque and out on the far side now, where Kipperman picks it up and gets it back in quickly. Kipperman ahead. Another headed clearance by Nickerson. Then Lord taken down in the midfield by Thompson Cotterill. The ref letting play go here. Modelise. Cross into the box. It's picked up by Copley. Copley into the air to the opposite side of midfield. Thompson Cotterill there first. Terriers using her height advantage in the midfield to win possession again. Van Giesen up the line for Siva Potham. She let it go between the legs as she was trying to get behind McNeil. That gamble did not pay off. Wielden forward. Off the foot of Dumaresque. Now to Kipperman. Rust. Modelise. Back to Rust. Rust shoots from distance. It's right at Copley. Spilled in front. And then McNeil back defensively. Clears it behind for a corner. Take a look again at the save by Copley. Siva Potham was on the scene, but McNeil there first. Kipperman to take the out-swinging corner. It's right at the near post off of McNeil. Ball loose at the top of the 6-yard box. Dumares gets a foot to it first to clear it away. Kipperman races to keep it in. Now Zagoniai to Rust. A ton of space here for Rust. Instead of shooting, she crosses it over toward the far side of the box. Sophia Modelis there first. Modelis trying to turn away from Slade. Slade bodies her off. Back to Fawaz. Now Dumaresk has it. Skyhawks send it downfield. Abby Murphy running forward here at Keshwar. And Keshwar sliced that pass. Van Giesen alert to it. Got to the loose ball first. It's upfield. Skyhawks trying to send it back the other way. Abby Murphy showing her fresh legs. As she started the game, came out relatively early in the first half, and then just re-entered the game minutes ago. Siva Potham along the goal line. Narrowly kept that ball in play. Rust. Back to Van Giesen. It's a high looping ball into the center of the box. Nickerson got ahead to it. Touch back by Taylor. Over to Zagoniai. Back to Taylor. Rust has it. Rust looking to shoot. She does, and it's wide. And the Skyhawks making a substitution as the senior Hannah Guidi will enter the game for the closing minutes of this one. Megan Lord withdrawn. Lord with a strong effort in the second half. Terriers win it back. Sophia Modelis going against Fawaz, who ushers it out of play. It'll be a goal kick again. The chess match continues as the Terriers make a change. Margaret Modelis back into the game. She replaces Siva Potham. Wielden takes the goal kick. Bounces over the midfield line. And Zagoniai moves it forward to Margaret Modelis. Back to Zagoniai. Out wide now for Taylor. Taylor steps through McNeil. Could be a chance here for the Terriers. Taylor's cross. Scraped away. And then the shot from Rust goes high. Hands on the head of Rust. She can't believe it. That was the chance for the Terriers. And now with under 3 minutes and winding to play. Time literally running out for the Terriers as Skyhawks had trouble dealing with that cross. A good run in behind by Taylor. Skyhawks have another throw on the far side. They'll take it slowly. Stonehill has gone to a bit of a hybrid back five. Fawaz has tucked a little bit inside, and Guidi takes her place at the right back slot. Fawaz plays it in. Dumaresk toward Guidi. Knocked away again by the Terriers. Good ball down the sideline. Guidi there. She'll hold it in the corner. Smart move by the senior. Guidi gets it back in the corner. It's knocked away from her by Kipperman and out. And another throw. Home crowd rooting on the Skyhawks here toward the finish line. Throw comes into Dumaresk. Dumaresk goes down to the corner. Holding it along the flag. It's off of Dumaresk and out for a throw-in. And we'll get a stoppage in play here. Dumaresk is going to get a talking to. Time-wasting tactic did not work for Dumaresk. And Nickerson forward. She was fouled by Margaret Modelis as she tried to get that ball away. That should bring us to the final minute.
Come on, Hannah, right up the net.
1 minute remaining.
Right up the net.
Wielden lining up the free kick. Played toward the middle of the box. Briggs heads it back. Now Zagoni toward Margaret Mondelise, but Wielden there first. That's a handball on Margaret Mondelise and another free kick for Stonehill. Wielden played into the corner. Guidi racing there. We'll get the clock stopped again as Guidi booted it away, trying to waste even more time. Off the throw, Guidi wins it back. Down the sideline and into the corner. Dumaresque tried to keep it in play. And it will be a goal kick here for St. Francis. Could it be enough time to get it upfield quickly? Final 10 seconds. The countdown on here for the Skyhawks. Toward midfield, it bounces past Zagoni, right to Slade, and sent back the other way. The Skyhawks hold on. A 1-0 win on Senior Day for Stonehill, their second consecutive.